Hi, I'm Jeff May. I'm here with Daniel Vidal of Expensify. We're here at the AICPA, CPA.com Executive Roundtable, a gathering of accounting technology innovators and influencers. Daniel, your company just recently launched the Expensify card, which is an extension of your expense management solution.
Correct.
Can you tell me how it works and what the response has been so far from customers?
Absolutely. First off, thank you so much for having us. Super excited to be here at the Roundtable. It's always an event that we're super excited to come to. So happy to be here and give a bit more information. So the Expensify corporate card, we just launched it officially on January 13th. It's actually been a tremendous response from just our customers, new customers, existing customers alike. We kind of announced it a couple months back, and we actually had around 10,000 companies pre-order the cards. And so just the sheer demand was pretty incredible. I think out today, we probably have around 1,000 companies and growing very, very quickly. It's probably like 1,500 at this point actually on the street swiping the cards with their employees. And so onboarding very, very quickly. But as you kind of said, the Expensify corporate card is an extension of our platform. So it's another feature that actually helps the entire expense reporting process just for individuals, business owners, and accountants alike. And so what does it actually do is taking the employee case kind of first. If you are given a corporate card by your business, as an employee, it pretty much removes expense reports altogether for you. Because we are the source of the information, we're kind of acting, we have all the bank information there because we're issuing the cards. We can actually go ahead and every time you swipe a card, we'll create a digital receipt for you. And there's very, very few transactions that we actually can't just be the actual receipt for that. And so as an employer, we've pretty much eliminated even just the need to do an expense report, which is really, really cool. If you are needed, you're also, we're going to go ahead and alert you via just a push notification that says, hey, Daniel, you need to go ahead and input your, these attendees in for this type of transaction. And so if I ever am needed, it's, very, very smart to just go ahead and alert me of it. Thinking about like why a business owner would actually want the card. It's free to go ahead and use. It's actually incredibly easy to sign up and actually assign out to your individuals. So the rollout time is incredibly fast. But also it gives you more access into capital. And so we have this notion of daily settlement. And because we're an expense reporting company, we have this platform that actually looks at whether or not your corporate card expenses have been approved or not approved. And depending on how much have actually gone through the automatic approval process, that'll just open up more credit. So we can actually extend more access to capital for companies than really it's ever seen. And so we're redefining how credit actually works and what their credit terms are. So it's really, really cool. We're super excited about it. And then as an accountant, why are they excited about it? They have loved just how easy it is to onboard clients. So you have 20 clients that you might be managing, think about rolling out 20 corporate card programs. If we can actually distill that down to a couple clicks, huge time saver for them just to do that. But then on the reconciliation process, when I swipe a card, we actually have it go through the automatic approval process, but then it goes all the way into the GL. So if it's not breaking any rules, they're seeing real-time access into the corporate card transactions like they've never seen before. And so it's rethinking about how corporate cards and accounting should actually be done. So it's really, really cool time to be a corporate card holder for Expensify users.
So tell me about the new Charitable rewards program, Karma Points, and how does that tie into the card?
Yep. So what I kind of just talked about there was the functionality behind the card, I'd say. But if you're anything about credit cards just in general, there's obviously a huge point system that's kind of tied to it as well. And so if you're in a major city, you might be looking at our Karma Points campaign right now. And what that is actually we always think about how can we service the employee better? How can we actually fulfill some of their needs? And as a corporate card holder, the world's never seen employee perks for corporate card transactions. And so we're the first ones to actually do that. And one of the things that we wanted to actually do is for business, travelers, we actually took the revenue that we receive on every single transaction. And we actually donate 10% of that revenue directly to helping the world become a better place. And so we created Expensify.org for us to go ahead and do that. And so every single swipe of the transactions goes towards helping the world. And so when you kind of think about it, that kind of seems, not like a ton of money, but we process billions and billions of dollars of transactions every single year. And that means that collectively, when we start to pool our users' money together, it becomes a huge impact. And so we're so excited about this. And we tied it together with expense reporting, just a pretty cool way as well. But we launched with five different funds. And so depending on, what type of transaction it is, and so whether it's, food, is it housing, we actually look at the category because we see all that information, and we'll actually kind of disperse it evenly to those different places based on, the transaction. So it's kind of cool where you see, I had a restaurant that I actually expensed, and that's going to go ahead towards feeding individuals, which is cool.
So what was the rationale behind Karma Points? Why did Expensify decide to go into this, and what charities benefited?
Yep. So this has actually been a long time in the making. Expensify launched as an actual credit card program that then became an expense reporting program, and this is actually to help individuals get meals. And David Barrett, our CEO, he launched this 10 years ago, and so it's kind of full circle. But we actually we just launched Expensify.org, which is our charitable arm, and I think that we're super excited about it because it's actually one of the core qualities when we actually look into hiring employees here at Expensify is that they want to impact the world and do good. No one's coming to us and saying, I want to, build the world's best expense reports. Like, yes, that's cool technology. It's really cool to be in these, fast moving companies, but we want individuals that are doing this. And so it started with our CEO, but every single employee that we kind of hire kind of goes through, what are you going to do more so? And so it's kind of culminated into this launch of Expensify.org. And I think that I kind of talked about the amount of money that flows through our system. And so our actual goal is not to only donate to these funds that we've created for Expensify.org just to date. The goal is to harness the 8 million plus users that we actually have, and we have a very unique moment in time when they're being reimbursed or they have corporate cards to say, hey, do you want to actually give a little bit to someone in need? And so it's actually to collectively start inspiring the individuals that are on our platform to give back a little bit, and especially us starting with the revenue that we would receive from the corporate card is kind of putting our money where our mouth is and saying this is our money that we're going to start donating towards it. It'll be a lot, but it's more about just getting everyone to do it. And so the charities that we actually are donating from or donating to is not any direct donations to any charities, just directly. We did it in a pretty unique way. So we created funds based on these categories for the climate. We created it for hunger, housing, reentry, and youth. And so that's the different funds that we actually have. That money goes out to those. But what we have done is we've partnered with organizations that say, hey, you have a bunch of individuals that are clearly really great at kind of helping others, and that they're very dedicated and passionate about this. So what we do is we reserve this money that we have here, and then we reimburse them for cool actions. And so instead of saying, hey, we need this amount of money to do this, where we have no insight if does that money actually go there. Remember, we're expense reporting experts, I would say. So what we do is we say, you go do good, and we're going to reimburse you for doing that good. So if you want to actually help someone get home from that's reentering, society, if you want to go actually take an at-risk youth to a meal, that is something that we will actually reimburse you from. So you show the receipt, show the proof of like where it was at, and then we're going to start moving to actually telling a story. So not only are you going to do the receipt, but you're going to talk about the good that you have actually done. So it creates a little bit more of a story as well, and more of a user interaction, which we're super excited about as well. So no direct charities, but we are working with a lot of charities to find some of the coolest people in this business to work with to reimburse through our platform.
Program sounds great, and appreciate you chatting with us, and thanks for being at the roundtable.
Awesome. Thank you so much for having us. Super excited about it.